everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Medieval Reader. So, I've been seeing the small Booktuber tag going around, and since I am a small booktuber, I thought this would be the perfect time for me to do the tag as well. And I don't think I've ever done this tag before. I know that I have done similar ones, but it's been a few months, maybe a couple of years now, since I last did a tag like this, so it'll be good to revisit these questions or similar questions and introduce you all to my channel. The small booktuber tag was created by Kitty Reads. I will link her video down below. Okay, who am I? My name is Fariba, and this is my channel, The Medieval Reader. Now, I'm often just known as The Medieval Reader online, which is perfectly okay. That's the reason why I don't put my name in my channel title. That's why my icon is not my own face. It's a way for me to keep what I do separate from my own business life, I guess, my school life. It's not that I am embarrassed by anything I create, far from it. I stand behind everything that I put out, and I'd be perfectly fine with my colleagues and my professors coming across my videos, but I also feel more comfortable making these videos under the pseudonym and kind of hiding my identity a little bit. I also have a book blog. I want to mention this because it is something that I have worked hard on and I have had for a few years. Unfortunately, in the past few months, I have not been posting as I should, and I want to also recommend it for people who want to know more about my writing experience, because I'm getting into the writing stage of my PhD, and I've faced some challenges. It's just that the kind of writing I do is not fiction writing, so I don't feel it's the most appropriate for AuthorTube. As far as what I do, I am a PhD student in French literature at the University of Pennsylvania. My research is in 15th and 16th century life stories, basically stories about notable figures that are used to promote the author and to promote the author's larger political and religious interests. So that is kind of the broad topic that I'm looking at the moment. Even though I am the medieval reader, I do read quite a lot of medieval and Renaissance, as well as early modern Enlightenment literature. So think about this channel as a place where I talk about pre-modern and early modern literature, although I will also talk about French literature up to the modern day. I try to make spotlight videos on notable French authors like Balzac or Stendhal, etc. So I hope to make more of those as well. What do you love about Booktube? It's all about books. There's literally every kind of reader I could have ever imagined on Booktube. Just when I think that there isn't content out there about a certain kind of book, I find it. Booktube is just such a diverse community today, and it's just really great to be able to learn more about new books. I have like over 600 books on my to-read shelf on Goodreads. Those are all of the books that I have come across online, usually through Booktube and also the book blogging world a bit, that have really interested me, and so I add them on Goodreads so I don't forget what books those were. So yeah, just book recommendations. I also think that for the most part, Booktube is a very welcoming community. I hardly ever face any kind of negativity on my channel, so it's been a really good experience. Okay, what types of books do I read? I actually will read a wide range of books. I will of course read the kinds of books that I talk about on this channel, so history books, literature from the pre and early modern era in Europe, but I'll actually read literary fiction. I'll read historical fiction. I'm really interested in historical fantasy since finishing Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke early this year. I really love that book. I will read some like vintage young adult, but not young adult very often. That is generally something that I don't go out of my way to read. Mostly just I have difficulties connecting with the characters, but I'm totally open to trying certain YA either this year or next year. I really do want to try something modern, something new. So if you know a YA book that you think I would like, especially if you've been following my channel and you know the kinds of books that I read and love, definitely recommend them to me. What is my favorite video that I've made? My favorite video that I've made is definitely my video on medieval marginalia. It was just really cool for me to learn how to capture what was going on my laptop screen as I flip through digitized manuscripts and show you actual marginal art. It's one of my featured videos on my channel, and it's something that I'm very proud of. The videos that people seem to love and consult months and months after I posted those videos is my spotlight video on Balzac, and my most popular video, which is my spotlight video on Plato's Symposium. People seem to really like that, and I hope to make more videos about philosophy. So I'm going to now tag 4 small booktube channels. The first is Petra Yu, who is a Finnish history student. She reads a lot of classics, and the book that she actually talked about that introduced me to her channel was Holy Feast, Holy Fast by Carolyn Walker Bynum, who is a historian. She works on the history of female spirituality in the Middle Ages. I'd heard about this book. I had never really come across any reviews, so it was really good to know that Petra really liked that book. The second one is Rashmika Likes Books, who is a South African booktuber and author-tuber, and she has really good discussions. Currently she's talking about South African literature and giving recommendations. Third is Anna Goldberg. I think I've mentioned her before on my channel. You've probably seen her in the comments. She's incredibly supportive, and I really love her channel as she talks about the books she reads, gives me new ideas of books to look into. She introduced me to the Cat File mystery series, which I love. So yeah, I count her as a booktube friend. And then Janelle at All the World's a Page. I've been following her channel for years. She actually started Booktube years before I did. I've only been on Booktube, well actually I've been on Booktube for like 3 years now. But she's been on Booktube for a lot longer. She took about a year off, and now she's back, and she talks about a lot of historical fiction. She talks about a lot of books with feminist themes. And currently we are buddy reading Matterhorn, but I dropped the ball. So I'll be resuming. I'll be getting back to it. But yeah, I really love her channel, and she's one of the few booktubers who has never made book haul videos, and that was a huge selling point for me because I was just looking for channels that were just gonna primarily focus on reviews. So her channel is almost entirely dedicated to reviews. So yeah. If I have not tagged you, I've only tagged 4. There are many other small content creators that I love. Definitely make this video. It seems like a lot of people who are smaller booktubers are making this video, so you know, this is a way for you to get yourself more recognized by others. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.